Now listen, as a player, you owe yourself, your team, your coach, and your fans good health. Don't joke with your health. Your superpower is your good health.
Yes, sir! Yes, coach! Let's go!
This message is powered by Solutions 93.9 FM.
Well, shout out to teams in the NPFL. Rivers United looking like a team that wants to win the NPFL title. Has got 2 games in hand and topping the NPFL log with 52 points. Rangers International second with 50 points. Nasarawa United third with 47 points. Abia Warriors following that victory over visiting Shooting Stars of Ibadan. Winning that game 2-0 is fourth on the NPFL log. Shooting Stars is 7th on the NPFL log with 41 points. Now we have 3 teams with 41 points in the NPFL, starting with the 6th placed Bendel Insurance, Shooting Stars, El Academy Warriors. And guess what? All the teams in the 6th, 7th, 8th position on the NPFL log lost their matches over the weekend. Although including Korodu City, that is now 5th on the NPFL log, having a back-to-back losses in the NPFL. But now let's look at what we're coming up in the next few days. On 12th of March, Shooting Stars will host Rivers United in the rescheduled NPFL game match day 24. The question is, should Shooting Stars get this victory? Where will the Oluyole Warriors be? That means the Oluyole Warriors will have 44 points and they will move to the 6th position. But should Rivers United secure a draw or a win, that means Finidi Jared-led side will solidify their position on the top spot on the NPFL log. I know some fans will not want me to say this, but this is football. Shooting Stars, should they have a draw, that means the team will have 42 points, and you saw Bendel Insurance to move to the 6th spot on the NPFL log. Now let's move on. You guys can go and run your team on there by the shooting. All right, now moving away from the NPFL this morning and talking more football stories. Let's go straight to Spanish La Liga this morning, looking at how Barcelona was able to run away with 3 points.
From Olmo, great ball in, and it'll fall to Marcus Rashford here. He takes the shot on. Pedri, out to Lamine Yamal. Lamine! What a finish from Lamine Yamal. An astonishing goal. The pass is perfect. The finish is out of this world. And there is the full-time whistle at San Mamés. A big result in Big Bao for Barcelona.
Well, talking about Spanish La Liga, it was Barcelona recording a 1-0 victory over Athletic Bilbao. Lamine Yamal getting that victory for La Liga champions Barcelona. But looking at all the results of games decided over the weekend in the Spanish La Liga, let's just celebrate Nigerian player Ako Adams, who was on target for Sevilla, which was not enough as the team settled for a 1-0 home draw with Rayo Vallecano. It was Adams' 7th goal in a Spanish top flight this season. But now looking at all the results of games, Valencia defeated Alaves 3-2 as Getafe defeated Real Betis 2-0. Villarreal defeated Elche 2-1 as Atletico Madrid recorded a 3-2 victory over Real Sociedad. Well, looking at a number of red cards, in the game between Levante and Girona, there was a red card and a 1-1 draw. Osasuna that played out 2-0 draw. There were 2 red cards issued in that game. 1 for Osasuna, 1 for Matt Yoka. So, for Real Madrid, it was a 2-1 victory over Celta Vigo. But remember, tonight, Espanyol will check on Real Oviedo. That game will be going down by 9 o'clock. Moving away from the Spanish La Liga this morning, let us talk German Bundesliga. No Harry Kane, no problem for German champions Bayern Munich.
Bayern have some big tests still to come. That's clever, and that is absolutely wonderful from Luis Diaz. Lima, the only option ahead of him at the moment. Where will he go? Diaz. And it's opened up for Lima.
4 years or 5 years.
Oh, and might run for Jackson there. It's Nicholas Jackson. And saved, but the referee points to the spot. Musiala. Can he squash the nerves? He can. 10 men struggling to close the distances, and it's another one. And a chance here off the post, and thrashed in, and history for Wale Moya.
Now, looking at that result for Bayern Munich means that Bayern Munich continued their winning run in the German Bundesliga, topping and widening that gap. Looking at that, Bayern is with 66 points, losing just 1 game, drawing 3, winning 21 matches this season from 25 matches. Well, for Borussia Dortmund is with 55 points from 26 games. So you see a runaway champions right there in Germany. But I'm from the German Bundesliga this morning. Let us talk about what went down in the English FA Cup. So it's like Arsenal wants to get to all finals. I don't know about, maybe they'll be meeting Manchester City, but let's take you straight to what happened in England and the English FA Cup. For Chelsea fans, their mouth was in their heart, or their heart was in their mouth against Wrexham, but they went on to win. But here is Arsenal's victory against Mansfield. 2-1 it ended in favor of the Gunners.
Martinelli. Another shot, beautiful finish from Noni Madueke. Took it really well. Arsenal lead.
Nice pass on the ground, and then Madueke first time, what a curve.
Salmon, not the best pass there. But there could be trouble here for Arsenal. And there is the equaliser from Will Evans, the substitute.
And then the finish is perfect.
That's better from the Gunners. Eza creates some space. Oh, rifles it in. Terrific finish from Eza.
Oh, what a power on the shot. Great goal.
Well, Arsenal moving on and progressing, moving to how maybe they want to win quadruple, maybe they want to win a treble or maybe a double this season. But let's just see how far they can go. But for Pep Guardiola, as a man who's focusing on winning just any title, but not only the Premier League, because they need to fight for everything they need to win this time around. Here's Pep Guardiola speaking after the victory over Newcastle United over the weekend.
I will remember the finals as well, how it will happen in the finals as well. Sometimes it's difficult in something, compete in the finals where you cannot control many things. And I say now that this long time ago, after the final, congratulate United in Crystal Palace, but many things, but you are right. So it's many years we are there. And that is so good. So really pleased, because the game against Nottingham was disappointing, but the team is alive, and really pleased for the game, and we'll be in the draw Monday. It's one of the best feelings, because you always have that. Really, all the managers, I think they had that feeling when look the performance from Nathan, how reliable he is. And I would talk all of them. There is not one single one that today didn't behave in his best. And sometimes you don't allow them to play much minutes, no? And always you have that feeling. And that's why it's nice to be in the competitions, because they can be involved. Tijani could have scored 3 goals, and the chances that we have. I think only regret I had today that it happened a little bit that season. So we missed too many clear, easy chances. That is the only thing we'll have to really improve, because it's one against the keeper inside of the box. We have to try to finish better.
Yeah, I think that they made changes to their team, but I think you can see that.
Pep Guardiola. Well, let's see how far each team can also go. But now let's talk about Manchester. Let's talk about Newcastle United this morning. Well, following that loss of Newcastle United against Manchester City, the focus now is on the UEFA Champions League. At the St. James's Park, here is Eddie Howe and his post-match after the FA Cup loss to Manchester City. And what's next facing Barcelona?
Yeah, I think that they made changes to their team, but I think you can see the strength and depth that they have and they possess. And I think for us, that was probably a step too far for us today against them when they're in that mood. I thought they were excellent. And we fell away in the game. We seemed to lose our energy, but they do that too because they keep the ball so well. They make you run, they make you chase, and then you're tired, and then you make another technical mistake, and then you're chasing again. They've done that for years. That's why, for me, they've been the best team that we've continually faced. And I felt today they were in a really good place. Well, yeah, I mean, in terms of trying to achieve something really memorable, yes. So all energy, all focus now goes on to Tuesday. Yeah, it's not really my focus at the moment. I think they're long-term. They're obviously long-term questions. My focus is really short-term, and it's trying to win the game that's in front of me, and that's Barcelona in the Champions League. I think we have to be, as much as it's easy to be very negative in this moment, I understand we've gone out the FA Cup, but we have the biggest game in the club's history coming up in no time at all. We've got to get the players ready for that. We've got no time to dwell on this.
So, forget the past, move to the future. That is the situation right there, and statements coming from Eddie Howe, the Newcastle United manager. Now, let's talk about matches going down tomorrow in the UEFA Champions League. Victor Osimhen for Galatasaray will hope to continue scoring form right there in Turkey, hosting Liverpool. Remember, Osimhen once said that a wish is that a team could avoid Liverpool. But maybe a time to take a pound of flesh. And that game is going down 6:45 tomorrow. Atalanta right there in the Italian city. In Italy will host Bayern Munich. While Tottenham travels to play Ademola Lookman's Atletico Madrid in Spain. While Newcastle United awaits Barcelona right there in England. Well, a convenient point to say goodbyes on the show, but we'll not be saying goodbyes this morning without dragging the men them. Talking about Comrade Adedamola Lafenwa from Ogun State and Comrade Ayodeji Adishokpe from Nigeria. I know it represents every part of the country. I don't want to speak Igbo this morning or speak Hausa this morning, but we all speak the same language, most especially about the 4-pound prize. How are you doing this morning, Comrade Ayodeji Adishokpe? It's a great way to welcome you back.
They are looking oven fresh.
Seriously? I hope somebody does not bring butter here.
That will make it better.
Butter to make it better. But do you think people are really smiling right now? Because there was a prediction 2 weeks ago that a 4-pound prize will jump to 1,000 naira. Now people are buying 1,030 naira, 1,100 naira. How do you feel about this?
Well, you see, in every society, and it is happening in other societies, there are provisions to absorb shocks like this. And the shock absorbers have been completely removed in our own system. Marginally, the price of PMS, or the one they call gasoline in the United States, moved marginally. I think on Thursday I bought it 25, and by Friday night I bought 1,080.
Wait, 25?
825.
Okay, 825.
I bought on Thursday or Wednesday evening. And by Friday night, I bought 1,080. The Arab countries have activated their shock absorbing system. So also other countries that have subsidy regimes in place on standby will completely remove that valve. And here we are.
Here we are, and it's looking as if it's not looking like the petrol pump price will go back to 800, 750.
Well, the critical major factor that determines the pump price of PMS is the crude oil. the availability of it, the accessibility of it, and the pricing of it.
Okay.
And
Comrade, don't let us allow the situation of fuel pump price in Nigeria to affect us in celebrating women who have done well. Let me just give you the opportunity yourself and Comrade Adedamola Fenwa this morning to make a shout out to that special woman in your life. Yesterday was International Women's Day. Let me start with you, Comrade.
my wife,
What's her name? Because she's listening right now.
Hepzibah
Hepzibah
Mogboju Bolanle.
Mogboju Bolanle.
Yeah.
Okay.
A
Ajishope.
major pillar.
A major pillar. Madam Pillar. Yeah. All right, let me go straight to Comrade Adedamola Fenwa this morning. Make that special shout out to that woman. Is she a pillar or a roof?
Yeah, the special shout out to my mom,
Oh.
to my mother, and she was there all through the years, and nobody like her.
Nobody.
No, nobody.
Nobody like your
Nobody.
mother. Mrs.
Nobody.
Lafenwa.
Yeah,
The senior Mrs.
the senior missus.
All
the
right,
senior missus.
so that's the convenient point to say goodbyes on the show, and we wish all women a happy International Women's Day. Yes, we keep supporting women now. Maybe one day we have a special day where we have women hold onto the mic for AM updates, even sports on this station. And I'll be dragging one woman this, as I say one woman, sorry, one woman this evening. I don't spend too much time for house. Well, this Irish Star, Woman Commando. My name is Oladapo Kunubin. I'll be back 6:30 p.m. this evening for Extra Time. Like what I say, we say, keep doing sports and stay safe.